Good morning, everybody. This is Sharon with Life with Sharon, and welcome back to my channel. And this morning, I'm going to be making something actually high protein, low carb, and kind of like feel good for you at the same time, all on my anti-inflammatory diet and health goals. And I thought, this is a super easy little recipe, so I should probably just share it with everybody. So if you're interested in it. Basically, I have taken 3 cleaned off farm fresh eggs, and I've added some natural cocoa powder. It's the better kind because that's the better kind for your body. It's good for your mood. It's got a lot of antioxidants. It's good for, all the free radicals in your body too, to kind of like sweep those out. And just, I don't know, I like chocolate, and I've always liked bitter chocolate, which is good for me. It's also good for building up your blood, and it helps with pain receptors. And I only know that because back in January of 2018, a month before I had my hysterectomy, my surgeon, she told me to have a little square piece of dark chocolate every day for a month to build up the iron in my blood, but also to help with the pain receptors. And I think that probably actually did work because I healed from the hysterectomy a lot faster than I thought I was going to do. All right, so you mix this up really, really well. The powder takes a little bit to mix into the eggs. Give me 1 second here. I actually needed to find a little whisk because the fork just wasn't cutting it for getting the clumps. Now you can fry this up in any kind of oil you want. Most people do not have the dairy restrictions like I have, so this would be actually probably very, very tasty. Cooked up, fried up, whatever. It's kind of like going to be like a little pancake, they say, but it's going to be thinner, so kind of like a pancakey slash, what is that, a crepe? Those really thin things. I can't have the dairy, so I use three main different oils. I use is the extra virgin cold pressed either avocado oil or olive oils in dark glass jars, and then also coconut oil, which I'm actually going to be cooking this one up in coconut oil because I think it tastes better. If you don't like coconut oil and you still don't want to use butter, avocado is another great one because it's got a lot more of a mellow taste versus your good old olive oil. Okay, something else I'm going to add into mine just to make it a little bit more dense and definitely add more protein, but also the fiber and a little bit of good carb is I'm adding 2 tablespoons of organic dark chia seeds as well. And I'm also going to add some Ceylon cinnamon. This is the best kind of cinnamon to get. Don't buy and use that cheap shit. There is no health benefits in that type of cheap cinnamon. If you want all the rewards and benefits and nutritional value of cinnamon, then it needs to be the Ceylon, or however you pronounce that. So I'm letting that mix up really well, and since chia seeds like to soak up fluid, I'm letting that kind of sit and thicken just a little bit while the pan is getting heated up. Okay, I think we are ready to, this is what it looks like. I know it's it's hard to do. One-handed is sometimes kind of hard. Okay, so we're going to put all of that in there. I'm using a smaller pan because I'm trying to make it a little bit more of a pancake. See? So we have that. Give me 1 second. Now I like to cover this until it is halfway cooked. Kind of helps speed up the cooking process. I'll cook it for a couple minutes on one side. I'll look to see how many bubbles and stuff, and then I'll probably flip it and cook it for another 2 or 3 minutes on the other side with the lid off for the second part of it. This is going to be 22 grams of protein because of the 3 eggs and the 2 tablespoons of chia. I try to always have fiber with my protein, otherwise I get bound up and I don't like that feeling, and I'm sure anybody else who has that problem can relate to that. I'm also going to heat up some leftover root vegetables and some leftover zucchini and squash that I made yesterday. And I will have this with 8 ounces of soy milk, which is an additional 8 grams of protein for the one that I buy. And so that is 30 grams of protein, and it's a carb, and a little carb, low carb, but we all need some carbs, and then of course the protein and the vegetables. I would also like to add that some people like to have turn this into kind of like what are those, like an omelet, but it's not an omelet, and fill it with like cottage cheese, or you can fill it with fruit, or I don't know, you could fill it with like nut butters of different types, berries, just cheeses. The sky is the limit as far as creativity that you can do with this. You can also split it up, make it into 2 meals if you want to. I'm trying to add a lot more protein into my diet for my health needs and my age and just everything that I'm going through right now, healing. And so for me, it will be 1 meal. But I also went and walked in the park and did some other stuff this morning, so I've been quite active, and it is time for me to replenish. Okay, the final product is now done alongside my vegetables. Also, something that I'm not doing, but you could do, is you could also top this with sliced bananas, honey, guave, whatever you want to do. You can also add sweetener if you want to the egg chia chocolate batter if you want, but like I said, I like things on the bitter side. So here is my vegetables that I said that I just got done stir frying up the zucchini and squash. I thought I had some left over and I didn't. And then the root vegetables. And then here is this beautiful pancake type thing. I mean, it's obviously egg, so it's gonna cook up like an egg, but you can see it's thick, and part of that is because of the chia. And then I have half coffee, half soy milk, which is the 8 ounces that I did measure out. And together, this whole complete meal is a total of 30 calories. I hope that helps if you're looking for something that's low carb, healthy, hits all your food groups for the most part, and is nutritious at the same time, but also very high protein and very low carb. All right, catch you next time. Bye.